PC players are trying to force Sony into giving them Bloodborne. Okay, so practically every PlayStation exclusive has made its way to PC. Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank, Horizon, even freaking Ghost of Tsushima. And I'm sure you all know what went down with Helldivers just a few days ago. For those of you who don't know, Sony announced that you would need a PSN account to be able to continue playing the game. The entire community protests, spamming negative reviews on Steam, uninstalling the game, sending refund requests, which caused even Valve to respond, feeling bad for players in this situation and voiding their own policies and giving out refunds regardless if the 2-week time period has expired, just to make their users happy. Steam, by the way, they were losing money during this whole thing and they don't care. But it was wild. Even their Discord server went into complete chaos. People actually got one of the community managers to crash, and all the stuff he said got him fired. But after this outrage by everyone, the players won. They beat Sony, and PlayStation announced they will be disabling the merge from now on, saying, "Helldivers fans, we heard your feedback on the Helldivers 2 account linking update. The May 6 update, which could have required Steam and PlayStation Network account linking for new players and for current players, beginning May 30th, will not be moving forward. We're still learning what is best for PC players, and your feedback has been invaluable. Thanks again for your continued support for Helldivers 2, and we'll keep you updated on the future plans." Shortly after, the ratings for the game instantly went back up, went from overwhelmingly negative to mixed. It'll definitely go back to positive soon, but it's crazy. Stock went down. They nearly killed their own game by requiring everyone to make a PSN account to continue to play the game on PC, blocking a ton of players outside the country where PSN isn't even available. I don't know why they would even try and do this months after the game has already been out, and although it may not seem like a big deal, some people were even saying, why do Helldivers players have a problem with Sony doing this if EA, Rockstar, and Xbox does it? The reasoning for that is people have trust issues with Sony because of data breaches that happened in the past. Some Steam accounts are worth thousands, so I get it. And imagine just buying a game and then you can't play it anymore because of an update that comes out months after its initial release date. I would feel like I spent 40 bucks for nothing. But that's why everyone was so pissed off, and they tried everything in their power to try and ruin the game until Sony makes things right, and they did. So now people are back on the game, happier than ever. Their reputation is still intact, and a lot of the community is realizing that if they pressure Sony enough to get Helldivers back the way it was before, what's stopping them from bothering Sony enough to release Bloodborne on PC, like many have been asking for years now? The three main things I've seen PC players ask Sony for is God of War, Spider-Man, and Bloodborne, two of which are already out. People just don't understand why this Souls game that's locked on PlayStation isn't on PC yet. FromSoft would have definitely brought the game over, but unfortunately it's not their property anymore. Sony owns it, and we all know how they operate. They want people to mainly buy a PS5 to play these exclusives, and it works on a lot of people. I mean, most of us bought a PlayStation just to play the new Spider-Man or God of War. The console exclusive selling method works in the gaming industry, but old legendary games like Bloodborne deserve to be re-released on another platform and get that revival it so desperately deserves. So many old legends Sony has been gatekeeping, like Sly Cooper to Infamous. I'm not even gonna talk about Demon Souls, but Steam players finally want Bloodborne, and they're seeing how much PlayStation is actually taking an effort to listening to their customers, and think it's time to ask for Bloodborne once again. Because if you haven't noticed, they're re-releasing a lot of their console exclusives on Steam, so more so that PC has become this universal place to play anything and everything. Console exclusives will always be on PC now, but some are still being left out, and people want that to stop. Even Xbox are gonna start putting their first party games on PlayStation and PC now, but PlayStation, nope, they don't care. They appreciate the gesture by Xbox, but there's no word on Spider-Man for Xbox. Their intent is clear. They want to keep their IPs on their platforms only, with the exception of some games on PC. But I feel like they only do this to kind of promote the new title and get PC players to want to get a PlayStation 5, because you don't see the new exclusives on PC, only the old God of War and Spider-Man. I do hope Bloodborne can become the next big port to PC. They pretty much roll out a new game every few months to give each game a spotlight, to give that PlayStation game time to shine on Steam. I for one think that people who are actively trying to protest against Sony again, not for Helldivers but for Bloodborne to come to PC, will get what they want pretty soon, because Bloodborne is a pretty old game. I mean, it came out back in 2015. It's just shocking it hasn't made its way to PC yet. Something has to be going on behind the scenes, maybe a second game or a deluxe edition, who knows? But Bloodborne and even Demon Souls, all these extra Souls-like games needs to be on the biggest platform in the world, PC, because every other Souls game is available, like Liza P. At least Xbox doesn't gatekeep the game category. Why does PlayStation have to? But like many have been saying, to justify a PC release, a remake would have to be made, but still the game hasn't even gotten a patch to run smooth 60 FPS on the PS5. Seems like we'll have to wait until the next PlayStation comes out for this, or until people keep bothering Sony for some answers. Let's see what happens. Anyways, just want to talk on this. I find it funny how people people see how much the Helldivers effort worked out and think if they apply this sense of coming together towards a Bloodborne port, it will happen. A for effort, I'd say. But let's see what goes down in the future. If anything comes up, I'll let you guys know. Make sure you're subscribed. If you enjoyed hearing what I have to say, be sure to leave a like. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out. Stay blue.
Loving myself, but it hurts sometimes. Suicide, no, cut it, am I?